Hey guys, it's me here. So today we have one of those kind of random videos that I know we'll put out from time to time. Kind of like how that, Rubik's brand 3x3 disassembled thing. That was one of those kind of videos. But today is kind of going to be like one of those informational kind of videos that kind of explains something. And today the topic is, wait for it, cuboids. Now, I know some of you out there know what cuboids are. You're probably thinking, okay, whatever. And if you do know, then there's no real purpose to watch this video. I mean, you can if you want, but there's no real reason to. However, if you don't know what a cuboid is, then I suggest you stay and you can watch and maybe learn a little bit about them. Now I'm just gonna say right now, I'm no expert at them. I don't know a whole lot, but I do know some things, and I'm hoping to explain a little bit about that today. And if I do make a mistake, please don't be ranting on me. As I said, I'm not an expert. Just kind of tell me in the comments below. Yeah. And if you also have any other information about cuboids that I didn't state in the video, which there's probably going to be a lot, then, just tell me in the comments below. Alright, let me just do that. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, first off, what is a cuboid? Well, with regular cube puzzles like this, the number is the same. What I mean by that is the length, width, and height are the same number. So in this case, we have 3 by 3 by 3, which means, and we call that n by n by n puzzles because, it's n by n by n, which it's all the same number. This can go with puzzles like the 4 by 4 2, where you got 4 by 4 by 4, again the same number, so n by n by n. And, this can also continue with, let me just put this back. Things like the 4x4 and, I already said 4x4. 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, etc., etc. So, stuff like that. However, cuboids are a little bit different. So, I have 3 examples of cuboids in my collection as of right now. I'm hoping to get some more. I don't know. I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so here we have the 3x3 by 2, which is this is a land. We have the 3 by 3 by 4. This is a cube for you. It's really loose and pops. And finally, we have the Rubik's brand 2 by 2 by 4, which can shapeshift. I'll explain a little bit about that later in the video. Now, before I continue, I just want to say I have an unboxing and speed solve of this one. I have an unboxing and a review of this one, and don't have an unboxing or a speed solve, but I do have a demonstration of this one. So if you guys want to get more familiar with these puzzles, you can just check them out on my channel below. I'm pretty sure you guys know where to click. Anyway, though, these puzzles, although look pretty different and vary in size and shape and overall construction, they do share one common trait, and that's they are cuboids. So, let me just compare them to a regular cube puzzle like the 3x3. So as we can see, again, the 3x3 number is the same. And as we can see with this, the length and width are the same. You both have 3 and 3. But however, the height is different. For this one, we have 3 as the height, but we have 2 here. So we have the same, different, or an n by p, I think is what they technically call it. And this isn't the only one. This also happens with the 3 by 3 by 4, where you have a n by p, or a 3 by 3 by 4. Same, different. And this again happens with the 2 by 2 by 4. Although it is a 2 by 2 on top, it still has the same properties, where you have same, different. 2 by 2 by 4. Very simple, I guess. Now, there are some other puzzles, like, I don't have this, but for example, if you had a 3 by 4 by 5, where you have 3 different numbers altogether, I believe that still technically is a cuboid, because I looked the definition up, and I think it's just any rectangular puzzle. So any puzzle that looks like a rectangular prism is technically a cuboid, but they've developed different names for different kinds of puzzles and how they shapeshift and stuff. So I don't usually call them that. Yeah. But I do know for sure that these 3 are cuboids, but that's all I need to know right now. That's all you're focusing on. But anyway, so as we can see, there's many different types of cuboids and such. Yeah. Just gonna say that. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is why some cuboids shapeshift. Now that is a very classic trait of cuboids, is they can change shape. So we have this puzzle right here. This is the 2x2x4, as I said earlier, and what we can see here is it can shapeshift, and you know, change into crazy shapes like that and that. However, puzzles like the 3x3x2 can't change shape at all. I will admit some can spin around like that, but mine cannot. So, yeah, and even that is technically pushing it, because you can only spin it all the way around. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just don't worry about it. And neither can the 3x3x4. If we turn it 90 degrees and try and turn it again, it's locked. I mean, it moves a little bit, but that's just because it's loose. And you can't try and turn it. If you do, it'll pop. That's why it's starting to turn. As you can see right there, it pops. If you try and turn it any further. So why does that happen? Why on this puzzle does it shapeshift, but on these puzzles, whoops, it doesn't? Well, let's take a look at the 2x2x4. So as we can see, we can turn it around 180 degrees and just fine. But right here, when we turn it 90 degrees, we can see that. So we can turn it like this, where we can split these two pieces in half. But if we turn it 90 degrees, we can see that this line still lines up with this line. So it's, you know, it's a clear line all the way around, and a straight line. And that means is we can do this, is we can turn it. We have clearance to turn, and you know, it'll work out fine. It won't cause any problems. It won't lock up, and nothing bad will happen. On this puzzle, however, let's take the 3x3x2, for example. Upon turning it 90 degrees, we found that the line we split this piece down is blocked by the center. If we try and turn it, it will not allow us to. I mean, we'll wiggle it around a little bit, but it will not make a complete and full turn. And the same goes for this direction, where we have this piece right here trying to split. It's blocked by these pieces, so we cannot turn it this way either, and vice versa. Cannot turn it this way. And that's the same for the bottom too. The same goes for this right here. When we turn it sideways like that, both of these two lines are blocked by these center pieces, and we cannot turn them no matter how hard we try. They cannot turn. These are blocked by these center pieces. I know it's kind of hard to tell in this puzzle. I'll try and hold it sideways. I know it kind of looks like it can, but trust me, that's just the puzzle being really poppy. And to prove it's really loose, like, look what I can do. Look what I can do with this. And let me turn it like this. I can do it easier like this. I can just kind of pull a whole section out like that. Let me just put it back now. Yeah. So yeah. So the reason why some puzzles shapeshift and some don't is because when you turn them sometimes, they may get blocked and you can't turn them, but sometimes they can turn very well and very simply. Exactly as you may have heard in the background. Wait, there is a trick to this, so you're not constantly having to try and figure it out. There's an easy trick I use to remember this. And that's if you have an even turning into an even or an odd turning into an odd, it will shapeshift. Or if it's an even turning into an odd or an odd turning into an even, then it will not. Now let me explain. So as we can see, this puzzle right here, we have a four layer turning into a 2-layer right here. We can shapeshift that because it's an even layer being shapeshifted by an even layer right here. A 4 turning into a 2 by a 2. So as you can see, we can shapeshift on this. So we can, again, shapeshift. I've said it like 5 times. We can shapeshift because it's a 2 by a 4. Those are both even numbers. This, however, if we try and change it, we cannot because we have an even number, 2, trying to turn by an odd number, which is 3. We cannot do that. The same goes for the 3 by 3 by 4. We have an odd number turning into an even number. We have a 3 trying to turn into a 4. 3 is odd, 4 is even. We cannot turn it like that, and it locks up. Now there are some puzzles, like, again, I do not have one to example, but some puzzles like the, what's it called? The 3 by 3, or not the 3 by 3, the 3 by 4 by 5 is another good example of kind of this kind of thing. So if we take a 5, just try to imagine this. I know it's kind of hard. You can, if it helps you visualize, you can go look up a video. But if you try and turn a side, I'm trying to think of a way to explain this. If you take, like, okay, I'll try and use this as an example. It's not going to work though. So let's say this side right here, this was the 3 by 5 side, and this was 4. Let's just try to imagine, okay? I know it's kind of tough, but just try to imagine. That if we took this 5 side right here, pretend this is 5, and we turned it right here, we could have an even layer, or an odd layer, going into an even layer, which would mean that we could turn it. That's if this was a 3 by 5, so we could, shapeshift it like that. But however, if we took this 3 layer right here and tried to shapeshift it on the 4 side right here, we could not, because you'd have like this, trying to shapeshift, then you could not, because you'd have an even number going, or an odd number heading into an even number, very similar to this right there. I know it's kind of hard to explain. If you want to see more visuals about that, just go Google 3 by 3 or a 3 by 4 by 5, or look it up on YouTube, and you'll kind of see what I mean. So that is a lot of what I know about cuboids. It's not perfect. I'm not a genius. I'm not an expert. I practically know next to nothing about them. But that is what I do know about them. And eventually, a couple years from now, or maybe not a couple years, maybe a couple, maybe like 2 years, 3 years, when my knowledge is expanded, I have more cuboids in my collection, I might make another video explaining more about them, and, it may sound more knowledgeable. Because right now it kind of sounds stupid. But anyway, that is my understanding about them and what I do know. So anyway, guys, I thank you for watching. Again, I'm no expert. Don't take my word for it. Go look up a video of people that really know what they're talking about. But anyway, thanks for watching again. If I did say something wrong, or something isn't right of what I said, just tell me in the comments below. And you can help my knowledge. And for that next video that I make in a couple years, I might actually be able to fix that mistake. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye, and stay tuned for more of these type of videos. Bye bye.